Well, as I record this on Saturday 28th of March, coronavirus has taken over the world. We're all staying indoors and it is a global pandemic the likes of which we've never seen in our lifetime. Today there are over 557,000 cases worldwide. There are 3,635 cases in Australia and there are 685 cases in Victoria. So I'm recording this on Saturday, March 28th, so when this video is published on the 17th, Friday the 17th of April, it'll be interesting to see what the figures are at the time of this going online. It really has changed everything, and it will continue to change everything. And when I went out on my bike ride this morning, I ride most mornings down by the beach and I look out onto the horizon, and sometimes I see a cruise ship or two and I usually think, oh, luxury, that must be fun out there. But I saw a couple of cruise ships sort of hovering around the horizon this morning, and I didn't think of the Symphony of the Stars, I didn't think of holiday makers on board having a good time. I just thought, those poor buggers out there on their quarantine ship or infection and incubation vessel, if you want to look at it that way. I don't envy them at all. Yeah, there's a very uncertain atmosphere everywhere you go. I'm still lucky enough to be working at the ABC. Mad as Hell has been deemed an essential service, so we still have another 4 episodes to record in this series 11, but everyone at the ABC is being super careful about coming into contact with each other and hand sanitising and social distancing and all of those things. They're really on it, and the producers are really taking it extremely seriously and doing a very good job of enforcing everything. Having Lily home from school and having us all sort of essentially in lockdown has changed my writing habits a bit on the novel. It's more sort of grabbing an hour here or there at night when they've gone to bed, or first thing in the morning before they've woken up, because I don't have Lily off at school during the day anymore, and I want to be here and I want to be part of the family and I want to be present and engaged. So a little bit of juggling of time, but having said that, for me personally, it's a great project and a great morale booster. And the other night, when I finished writing the very tail end of this chapter, the descent and destruction of the Cheeky Albert, as it plummeted through the planet's atmosphere and smashed up at the end, it was big and dramatic, and I really enjoyed writing it. I went to bed just feeling all quite exhilarated and like I'd achieved, a really cool moment in the whole story of the novel. As you can see, this is one of the penultimate chapters, and I'm trying to bring things full circle. You'll notice the exchange between Diana and Salazar when he's on board his ship and she's on board hers is a mirror of their first conversation right back at the start of the novel. And there are phrases, and the structure of it is the same but different. It's a mirror of that, it's an echo of that, and I think if you put them side by side, it shows sort of how far they've come. Hopefully you can keep track of all the characters in this and who's who and what's what. Salazar is making this final grand gesture, and yeah, there's only 3 more chapters to go. Yeah, I'm enjoying the sense of tying things up and bringing it all home, and thinking ahead too. Again, back to coronavirus, it strikes me that this could be something, I don't know, if it does get enough traction, if it does get enough legs, if people actually eventually buy this book when all of this is over and I've edited it and made it into an ebook and put it up there on Amazon. And if I market it properly, then maybe I can write more, and maybe this can be a good thing to move into in terms of actual chasing some income, because work future is so uncertain. You'll notice that I've been planting a few little objects and introducing a few little items in these final chapters with an eye to the future and future stories that could potentially involve these characters. So yeah, I'm starting to think now about sequels. I'm starting to think about further adventures for all of these characters now that I know them a bit better, and now that you know them a bit better. And there are many more adventures that they can have after this one. So I think that speaks to me not being over it, not being exhausted, not being diminished. And yeah, once I get through to the end of this, we'll sit back and have a look and have the great big edit. But perhaps this could be, perhaps there are more stories in this universe with these people, and I for one would love to write them. Even better if people bought them. Wouldn't that be great? Alright, wherever you are, I hope you're staying safe, and I hope you're being thoughtful and kind, and looking after yourself and looking after others, and good luck to you. See you next week for chapter 50.